with that, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. Thank you very much for being the past president greeter today. I really appreciate that. All right, and we're going to start out with the Pledge of Allegiance, and Jean Lindeke is going to lead us today.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice
for all. The four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Jean. Now I'm going to ask everybody to mute yourself if you do have your microphone open. Okay, so welcome to Boulder Rotary, the best place to be on a Friday afternoon in Boulder, Colorado. And I just want to remind everybody about our very special program next week. We're going to highlight all of the good works of the club. So we're going to be talking about peace and PPE and World Community Service and behavioral wellness and scholarships. And you have a choice. You can join the in-person event at the JCC, or you can Zoom. So it's a hybrid meeting. And if you do want to join next week at the JCC, because we have so many details that we have to work out in order to keep everybody safe, we do need to know today. And so if you're going to come, please RSVP today. And thank you so much. Okay, and let's move on to the guest and visitor process. And Cassidy Murphy, please take that away.
Hi, I just wanted to welcome everyone who has come to join us at the meeting today. Please I see that several people have already done this, but please put your name in the chat so we can say hello and welcome you, and include maybe who invited you. I know Ben has visited us before, and I see that Jennifer Zaccone is here. She's Jim Swaby's daughter. Welcome so much. Thank you for being here today. And Lorena Lee and all of the guests that have joined us today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Cassidy. And now Sam Pottinger is going to talk to us about Jim Swaby and why we have a Peace Award named after him.
Thank you so much. Well, Monday is International Peace Day, and we're going to celebrate it today by presenting the second annual Jim Swaby Peace Award. Many of you, most of you, remember that Jim was a Boulder Rotarian who gave of his time, talent, humor, and passion to build a better world. He was a returned Peace Corps volunteer and businessman who contributed to our community in many ways. One of the things he did was help create the partnership between the Peace Corps and Rotary International. We're very honored to have Jennifer, his daughter, here, and also Susan Swaby, his wife. Welcome to both of you. That's wonderful. Also, I saw that Dorothy Rupert is in the crowd. She was last year's winner, Rotarian Dorothy Rupert. Thank you. Well, this year's recipient is one of 12 exciting nominees that we received. And we had a blue ribbon panel, people from the city, the chamber, the community foundation, and from within our Rotary Club. The recipient today, this year, many of you know because she has helped her husband create the Carousel of Happiness up in Nederland. How many have ridden the carousel up in Nederland? Well, Ellen Moore has had a lifetime of action and commitment to working for peace here in Nederland, Boulder County, the nation, and the world. Early on in college, she became an activist for racial equality. She joined Amnesty International USA almost 50 years ago. Oh, how time flies. She became co-director of the Urgent Action Program. She founded and organized their archives, which are housed at Columbia University, and she's served on the board. After years of work recently, the death penalty, a little bit because of her, was abolished in Colorado just this past March. She helped establish the Mountain Forum for Peace in Netherlands in 1985, which is still active. As you come into Netherlands, on the right-hand side, there's a peace sculpture garden that you can thank Ellen for helping to contribute. Many, many, many things, Mother's Day for Peace and more. Ellen demonstrates how we all can become active peace builders in our daily life. Human rights are at her core, and she passionately defends it. Rotarians and guests, it's my honor to introduce you to the 2020 Jim Schwabe Peace Award, Ellen Moore. Ellen, take it away.
Thank you. Can you hear us?
Yes.
We're up here in the mountains where communication cannot be taken for granted. I wanted to, by way of explanation, bring up a case that Amnesty International is working on and has been for the past 3.5 years, because I bet many Rotarians are CU graduates or CU professors or have kids on the campus. And I think this will pull at your heartstrings, as Amnesty cases for the past 50 years have pulled on mine. And what I would love as a result of this little gathering we're having is a whole lot of very easy to do work to release a prisoner of conscience from the United Arab Emirates who has been unjustly jailed now for about 2.5 years, but he's serving for his love of democracy a 10-year sentence in abhorrent conditions. Cement floor, no adequate toilet, no adequate washing facilities, very little natural light, and just general ugly behavior by the kind of staff that is hired at UAE jails. They are taught to and permitted to mistreat their detainees, and it must be a living hell for this young man. His name is Ahmed Mansour. He's an adopted prisoner of conscience by Amnesty International, internationally, and he attended CU, School of Engineering, and was very, very beloved in his years there, 95 to 98, I think. And many people hoped that he would remain in the United States. I don't know if it was ever discussed or was even an option, but like most of our foreign students, he did go home. And the thing he learned more than engineering was a love of democracy. And he would talk about it in a very unabashed way, and very few of us do that. So he was very, very impacted by being in Boulder for those 4.5 years. Ahmed Mansour has a family and 3 children, and the rest of his extended family, and they have not seen him in over 2 years. Occasionally, he's visited by a kind of ombudsman type of character in the UAE. And we're told that he even shares his love of democracy with that individual person, and they're not so much, their job description is not to get him released, but to keep down the criticism of his imprisonment. And that kind of a case is exactly what brought me to Amnesty in the late 60s. And it was magnificent to discover an organization that just fit me hand and glove, because while I believe in big picture peace, what I really like seeing Amnesty do and our members do is take concrete action to be sure that if anything can be done to relieve a prisoner's misery, you, Amnesty members, are doing it. We can't solve every problem, but we can't not solve any problems. It's a religious saying that you need to do something when something is wrong. Not doing nothing is not an option. And so here's Ahmed Mansour. Mail can go to his family, although the address has changed and I have to get a new one. And it can go to many of the officials in UAE, including the ambassador in Washington, D.C. from the United Arab Emirates. It lets the officials know, we know this completely honest young man who fell in love with democracy in the late 90s in the United States, right here in Boulder County. And we expect to hear news from you, UAE official, that you are working on his release. Nothing less is acceptable. So I think I want to invite the Rotary members, because this is right up your alley in terms of peacemaking, telling truth to power, making sure that if there is something you can do, you will do that thing. And we have Joe Nagoo's on the case. He was a regent, as you remember. Now he's in the House of Representatives. He's on the case. The Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission of all of Congress is on the case. But that does not remove us from the picture in terms of what needs doing. So I'm going to hope that you can share my email with everybody that's on the call, and people, I will send you information about Ahmed, a lovely short piece on him, and then a very, very lovely long piece on him from Columbia University, where a professor has kind of joined the case to get Ahmed released. And I hope, like me, just involvement in this sort of thing. I call the UAE embassy every week. Most of it's just a tape. I've gotten a few people who work at the embassy and so forth, but we just counsel in Amnesty, mention his name as many times as you can, because somebody will pay attention eventually. So it's Ahmed Mansour, lover of democracy, Amnesty International prisoner of conscience. And it's a good habit to have during the pandemic of reaching out on behalf of someone whose life is much, much worse than ours in pandemic. He's in danger of course, which most prisons are, catching COVID, and his life is very constrained and very, I would say probably very boring. So
We're
Yes.
so happy to have you here with us today, and I think it's time that Sam, if you want to go ahead and virtually present the award, and then we'll make sure that we put your email in our chat so everybody has that information.
Terrific. Thank you.
Thank you. Sam, go ahead.
Okay, it's my honor to give you this award as the second recipient of the Jim Schwabe Peace Award 2020. And I look forward to meeting you in person.
Indeed.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ellen. Great job. Hey, thank you so much. That was great. And now I'd like to turn it over to Dr. George Russell with our birthdays. George.
Hello, everybody. The birthday table is to celebrate people's birthday. With age comes wisdom. Sometimes, though, age just comes along. But actually, I think that age does have some wisdom that comes with it. And maybe it's because there are just more dumb people in the world. I'd like to introduce our first birthday boy, Willie Canarum. Happy birthday, Willie. I want you to unmute your microphone if you have some words to say.
All right. Thank you, Jonathan, for a compelling presentation today. And also, I'd like to commend our cowboy poet for his celebrity this year as being Cowboy Poet of the Year. And these are weird times in our nation and world and in our club, but the friendships that we enjoy are strong and delightful, and it's always neat to get together even virtually. I joined Rotary in 2013, and Jim Schwabe was one of the people that was a mentor and a stellar Rotarian, and I remember him so fondly and appreciate his influence and the award that's named after him. And so thank you for your friendship going forward, and best of luck in these weird times.
Well, happy birthday to you. I'll show you a buckle I made myself. I wear it for Valentine's Day and for Veterans Day. Happy birthday, everybody.
Very clever. Thank you. Right, don't forget to sit at the birthday table when it's your birthday. So reach out to George if you want to speak next. Well, I guess we'll have to figure out next week, but if you want to speak with George. Okay, and now we have a couple of new red badgers, and Bill Anderson is going to introduce them to us.
Thank you very much. I think I'm up for one, and Susan Connolly will be joining me for one as well. I don't know, Fred, who we have up first. Do we have Katrina or do we have Paul? Please welcome our new Red Badge member, Katrina Jewell, who joined Boulder Rotary Club in July, sponsored by Mike Brady and Nancy Chin Wagner. Katrina grew up in Boulder and early on discovered how valuable and powerful a community is. She first found a sense of community by training at Trans Martial Arts. More than just learning self-defense, it was a place where Katrina felt safe and supported. She started giving back during high school by becoming a volunteer instructor for the kids' martial arts classes. Since then, she's been a volunteer committee member for a nonprofit organization, a science fair judge for high school students, and currently, Katrina is a special education teacher. Data is an area of expertise for Katrina, and she wants to use it to benefit and better the general community. She also loves working with kids and would like to work with them more in the future. This is why she wants to become a member of the Boulder Rotary Club, to leave the community better than before, and to connect with like-minded people. Welcome, Katrina, to Boulder Rotary Club. Over to Susan.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks, Fred. Please join me in welcoming another new Red Badge member, Paul Cure, who joined us last month, sponsored by Cassidy Murphy and Charlotte Rome. Paul was born in Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan, the youngest of 4 siblings. He received a BA in European Cultural Studies and Philosophy from the American University of Paris. Upon graduation, Paul and his then girlfriend and later wife, Ann Pendleton, founded Cure Organic Farm here in Boulder. It was good timing, as Frasca Food and Wine and The Kitchen both began that same year, so Boulder's food scene was in full force. Ann and Paul have 2 lovely daughters, Georgia, 12, and Lauren, 7, who attend Boulder Country Day School. Paul is the owner of Mea Culpa Productions and a dedicated member of the Boulder community. He attends St. Thomas Aquinas Church and donates time to multiple organizations, including Boulder Voices for Children, Historic Boulder, Slow Food Boulder, Highland City Club, Colorado Athletic Club, the Ironman Foundation, the Boulder, the Conference on World Affairs, the Boulder Chamber, the Dairy Arts Center, and the Boulder Museum of Contemporary Art. Paul says he is honored to add his voice and time to such an empowering organization as Boulder Rotary Club, and he hopes that this is the beginning of a wonderful friendship. Welcome, Red Badge member Paul Cure. Back to you, Sally.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Bill, and welcome, Paul and Katrina. Thank you so much. All right, and now we're on to the Boulder Rotary Update.
Next up on PBS, Great Moments in Untold Rotary History.
And shortly after the formation of the original Rotary Club, 3 of the 4 members thought that Rotary should have a mascot.
Paul Harris questioned the necessity of this.
They decided since they all had different vocations, they needed a mascot to bring them together. They thought that the Rotary mascot should be something clean and fresh.
Maybe something bigger.
Rotarians are jolly.
I think that mascot could sell vegetables. How about something that shows that we help?
I'm the helping Rotary hand.
Let's go.
Come on, Rotary Emu. And they said in unison, no. Rotarians are great.
A tiger? A goose?
That's a duck.
What? Gentlemen, that is very hip. But this club is about service. Service above self.
Oh, hey, that's good. So it was settled that day amongst the 4 of them. There wasn't a mascot. There was a motto, and the motto was service above self.
This has been Great Moments in Untold Rotary History.
Hello, Rotarians and guests, and thank you for being here today. Boulder Rotary is the best place to be on a Friday afternoon in Boulder, Colorado. September is Basic Education and Literacy Month.
The District Watch Symposium is October 3rd from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., hosted by the Rotary Club of Evergreen. Contact Charlotte Rome to sign up as a facilitator or for more information, and sign up at the district website.
The Behavioral Wellness Committee has 3 opportunities for you. They are on October 10th, November 7th, and December 5th for you to join the Natural Highs Philosophy Circles.
And don't forget to sign up at the Rotary Club of Golden's website for Randy Butler's Let's Talk session, which is going to be September 26th.
The Boulder Rotary Book Club will next meet on Monday, October 12th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. They've chosen the book, So You Want to Talk About Race.
And next week's program is a hybrid coming home to the JCC. You can be there in person, you can be there on Zoom, but you gotta get your meal choice in tonight. It's gonna be socially distanced, so no red shirts. Everybody's gotta wear a mask. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna learn more about our projects and provide a little bit of a Rotary homecoming. Or make sure an RSVP if you're gonna attend in person.
Here is your opportunity to help with club service. The Rib needs some editors, so please contact Cassidy Murphy. Or you can help out with the pledge and the four-way test on Friday with Linda Davidson. Thank you.
All right, I can't pass up this opportunity. Hurricane Sally is just about to reach landfall. We're going to need service above self from everybody this next year, But in all seriousness,
We want to thank the people who are helping out in the hurricanes and in the fires. Keep your thoughts with those that are helping. Next week, we want to see you at the JCC. Everybody say it with me now. Have a great weekend.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here today. I want to thank everybody who helped out. Mike Brady, Fred Hall, Cassidy Murphy, Jean Linda Key, Daryl Brown, Sam Pottinger, Cassidy Murphy, I think I said that already, Hans Wick, Valerie Lippitz, Bill Anderson, George Russell, and have a great weekend. I hope to see you at the JCC or on the Zoom next week, because I know we have a great program highlighting all of our good works. It's going to be fantastic. You can hear from your club members and then figure out, hey, maybe I want to get involved in that too. All right, see you then. Have a good week.
Yeah.